What are you staring at?
Your eyes. Don't look at me like that. You mean nobody ever told you you have nice eyes?
You sure it's my eyes you're interested in?
Don't get upset. I know what I like, Daddy-O. Tits like bananas and leather.
Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of the 31 Nights of Halloween Horror! The Perverts Have Spoken. Bam! Bam! Episode 15. Episode 15. This is the beginning of the end of the first half, which means we still have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful amount of days to go. But I am back, rejuvenated, re-energized, and reinvigorated to bring you the best and worst in horror cinema. And coming off of last night's bleak episode of the Last House on Dead End Street, which, oddly enough, all the people who made that film used aliases because they were ashamed of it. And actually one actor, or maybe it was the maker too, well, one of the guys who was involved in the film didn't even know it was released. See, they made it back in 1972, but it was never released until 77. So that's why I was kind of confused when I thought, like, it was 77, so it might have, like, you know, gleaned some things off of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which came out 74, but apparently this movie was made in 72, so maybe they just pulled it from the ether, which is actually makes the movie even more amazing. But yeah, someone on the street said, "Hey, you're that guy, that thing with that scary stuff," and the guy was like, "What? Wait, how did you know? No one's seen that film." Anyways, so it's interesting. Maybe check out some of the backstory of that. Makes it even more mysterious of a film. But anyways, coming off of that, I wanted to get back into something a little bit more light-hearted, I guess you would say. And I thought, what better than to watch an average 80s slasher flick, but with an Italian flair, and that movie is Stage Fright Aquarius. I don't know why, but that's, you know, that's what the subtitle is, Aquarius. Not to be confused with the Stage Fright from 2014, or was it 2015? Was it this year? I don't know. There was a new Stage Fright came out. I don't know if it has anything to do with this one. I don't think it does. But anyways, this one, oh yes. Now this movie is about a group of actors, dancers, musicians, not really musicians, but musical performers. And they are rehearsing for a, let's say, like a neo avant-garde psychosexual musical called The Night Owl. So the main villain in that one wears a big owl head, my God. And yeah, it actually kind of creates sort of a creepy look and pretty effective. But one of the main actresses hurts her ankle, and she decides to go with her friend the hairdresser, or the makeup stylist, to get some medical assistance. Well, of course, the makeup assistant is a moron and takes her to a psychiatric hospital, because, you know, it says hospital, right? They're all the same. Anyways, at that psychiatric hospital, an insane murderer escapes, of course, hitches a ride with them. Well, you know, they don't know it. He's just hiding in the back of their gigantic stretch station wagon. Kids, if you don't know what a station wagon is, Google it. Okay. So they get back to the sound stage. She leaves. The hairdresser goes, "Oh, I left my lights on." Goes back, gets pickaxed in the face, which I don't know where the guy got the pickaxe from, seriously, but whatever. The cops show up and they're, "Oh my goodness, you know, horrible murderer, we're going to canvass the area." And the director and the producer find that this is a golden opportunity to exploit the tragedy and sensationalism of the whole story into their wonderfully failing, I want to say opera, but musical. So he decides to get everyone back into the studio, lock the doors, tells one of the girls to hide the keys so that no one can leave until they break out this new script and these new scenes. Of course, giving the key and the only way out to one of the girls means that you've just basically said, she's victim number one. Yeah, I mean, that's just like, you might as well just write, you are going to die first. Here's the key. So anyways, yes, the psychopath is in the building, locked with the rest of the people, and there we get a nice little cat and mouse where they pick them off one by one. A lot of them get a little bit angry and upset, so they get weapons and try to fight back. And so, yeah, a little bit of carnage and gore. Oh, look at that. Someone was saying in one of the comments that they were waiting for me to drop the skull, and it almost happened right there. I don't know if you're gonna see that, do a little replay. I don't know, but no, I still got it. I still got it. Boom. Sorry. That's what happens when you're unscripted and you're doing it live, right? Anyways, so back to the story. They try to fight back and, you know, mixed results, but it's really just a by-the-numbers slasher movie. I mean, seriously, you can't get more by-the-numbers than that. You've got escaped psychopath, you've got women in danger, you've got one that's injured with an, you know, ankle injury, come on. You have... you know, the people that you kind of don't like, the asshole director. You know, you always have the assholes because you're like, I can't wait till that guy freaking bites it, right? And of course you get them in a location that they can't escape from. And the fun thing, and I think it kind of pokes fun of the trope of that, because they said they had a squad car outside the whole time with a couple officers, you know, just in case the killer might have come back. And they're just sitting there, and they would always cut to them from time to time, and their interactions are pretty funny, you know. Like, one's like, hey, I think I look like James Dean. Another time's like, oh, my wife thinks I need to eat more healthful, and I gotta eat some spinach. And the other guy starts eating a donut, and he's all like, must purge. Anyways, so... yeah, but I mean, so you get them in a place where they can't escape, where they can't get help, and they have to fend for themselves against a faceless, masked murderer who uses all kinds of interesting implements to make his point. Anyways, so overall, the movie is really just average. Honestly, I can't give it more than a 2.5 out of 5. I mean, it's average. That doesn't mean it's bad. It's okay. Like, it's an okay movie. It's average. It does by the numbers. And if you want to watch a by the number movie, especially a slasher flick where you kind of just switch off and enjoy the carnage and not get too involved in whether it's going to be super frightening, super gory, super impact on any level, and just want to watch a nice, quick slasher flick, then there you go, Stage Fright. Honestly, you know, my overall impression is just basically what I felt like the film is. My enjoyment factor of this film, though, is a 3 out of 5. There are some good kills, a nice little drill scene, and honestly, like, the ending is kind of ridiculous. It's like, man, right between the eyes, like I said, right between the eyes, like I said, right between the eyes. Right between the eyes. Seriously, how many times are you going to say that line, dude? It's like, what, 14 already? Shit. I get the point. Right between the eyes. Okay. What was the director thinking? Like, yeah, just keep saying it. But then again, it was an Italian flick, so that means everyone spoke in their original languages, and then they overdubbed it for whatever market they were going to put it. So the dub manager could have just went, you know, Maybe we shouldn't have them say right between the eyes like 15 times, maybe. Just maybe twice? Maybe twice? Meet you halfway 8 times? That's a little much. Maybe 4, right? Anyways, and then someone's calling me in the middle of my video. Oh my god. Hold on, I might have to cut this part out, so I don't say. Sorry about that. Oh, yeah, you know, that's the dangers of wonderful doing this thing live. You know, it was my sister-in-law just talking about. Well, you gotta let it go to voicemail. I'm like, whatever. I felt like answering it. Anyways, yeah, the dubber could have just said, you know, stop it. we don't need them several times. Well, whatever. It is what it is. So. Like an Italian horror movie, the musical background music, the score, I guess you would call it, is not your typical horror movie, and they infuse it with a little bit of rockin' 80s type music in there. And the atmosphere is definitely a little bit more artistic, if you will. So, you know, my overall impression is it's an average film. Though it's still enjoyable, 3 out of 5 enjoyment factor. But, yeah, that's it. Stage Fright, just in case someone wanted to know about a more average horror movie-going experience instead of some of the insanity we've gotten so far in this one. Well, actually, I guess the beginning couple reviews haven't been that batshit crazy. But, man, I've gotten into some nuttiness so far, though, haven't I? So, anyways... that is it for tonight's episode. Stay tuned for tomorrow's episode, and I will see you then.